In the previous episode, we defeated the aquatic scourge. You know what? That was a fun fight. It was a little challenging, and we had to speed run it because I was out of time. And man, I just feel like I've been rushed like the last few episodes. I'm really excited to like update you guys on life because life has been chaotic this weekend, and to get in, kill us a queen slime. That's what we're gonna do. I did a few things between episodes, so you may notice my armor. Yeah, I went and got us the adamantite and titanium. I opted to go with adamantite because the calamity bonus is 15% increased melee speed and 20% increased movement speed, which is pretty good for us. And then half of my current damage reduction is added to my critical strike chance, right? So if we open up our little stat window here, our melee critical strike is 25% at the moment, which is like hyper good. And if we take it off, like the set bonus, we go down 16%. Or sorry, 11%. I was doing the math wrong. I was looking at the absolute wrong number. And like our melee damage is at 60%, which is pretty good. And then, you know, we gain another bunch of melee speed, and it's just really good. It's just really good, right? So yeah, we're gonna use the adamantite instead of the titanium. Try it out, see how it goes. Maybe I switch to titanium eventually, especially because you guys highly recommended the submarine shocker. It apparently just shreds everything, which I'm down for. Remember, we had this like earlier on in the series where we were looking at stuff going, oh, there's this really cool dagger thing that looks kind of dumb because it doesn't have a huge amount of like damage on it or whatever, and then you actually use it, it just shreds things. So I'm totally down with that. What else? I went to the jungle. I went digging along in the jungle, which actually proved to be quite fruitful. Haha, pun intended, because there was so much life fruit. Because we have, like, when we went into hard mode, it was like, hey, life fruit has begun growing in the jungle. Okay, that's kind of surprising. And because we waited so long, there was so much. I actually have one extra one in my box here, which is nice. Also, let me get rid of my gold while I'm at it. Yeah, so we got that. I upgraded my scarf to the evasion scarf. Basically gives me 15% increased true melee damage, which I think is going to be really good for this. Yeah, I'm just kind of cruising. Let's go do the queen slime real quick, see how that's going to go. We'll try with the submarine shocker, but we may switch to a different weapon. Built a bunch of new houses. That's why you're seeing a bunch of people move in. I realized I was out of houses, which is not ideal. Where's my crystal? Let's do this. Here we go. I mean, come on, where are you? There it is. Trying to determine where the actual spawn point is for our hallowed. I mean, yeah, that does a lot of damage when I hit with it, but for the queen slime in particular, that might be a hard ask for us. It might be better to utilize this sword here, mostly because we're going to be killing off a bunch of slime so while we're at it. And that's a lot of easy health right there. And she likes to follow you in the second half, so you know what though? I don't remember Queen Slime's calamity mechanics. I've kind of been going into this assuming it was going to be a lot like vanilla, but now that I'm in the fight and I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a little bit more difficult. No, I just walked right into that. Come on, Queenie. I'm just taking so much damage. I'm not focused right now. It's been a long weekend. Obviously, I mentioned in the previous episode that I was taking quite a bit of time fixing my wife's computer. I was 4 hours last night of just sitting at her computer, trying to get it working, and even then, still not fully recovered. I'm gonna have to take the hard drive that died to a specialist and get it to recover it, because it's, you know, it's an SSD. It's not like the disk is like damaged or anything. It's just something is causing it not to be recognized by the computer. It's like it knows that there's a hard drive plugged in. It's like there is a drive here. It's like it's calling it like drive 0. It's like, but we're not accessing this thing. It's non-existent to us. So that's frustrating. But what we've been working on is actually our office. I've been so we bought our house. If you're new to the channel, this is a quick update on you. We bought our brand new house back in February. It was really exciting. We were renting in the same neighborhood. I'm just gonna use a ranged attack against Queenie here, finish her off rather than die like I did on Aquatic Scourge, which I absolutely should have figured out. Oh, you know what? The Aquatic Scourge stuff, I didn't read that either. So we'll do that. Anyway, so we bought our house. It was new construction in the same place that we were renting for kind of a steal back in February. We had all these plans of things to do around the house, and we just got busy. We haven't been able to do those things, unfortunately. Well, we have finally, after months, literally, ooh, you get Souls of Light from defeating Queen Slime? Good to know. Easiest way to get Souls of Light, I'll tell you what. After months of having this butcher block slabs just sitting in our hallway at the entryway of our house, like we literally bought them back in like March, as intended to be desks in our office, we finally have gotten around to it. And got them, and we're getting our office done. So this weekend, we cleaned a bunch out, and we painted everything. So all of the walls have been painted. So it's like a gray. It's like a neutral dark gray, and then one wall is like a blue black. So it's nice and dark. And I have my desk that I've had for quite some time now, for at least a few years. It's a butcher block sit stand desk. So it's got like I don't remember the company. It's got legs on it that make it lift and whatnot. As the name suggests. I'm gonna go put this in one of the houses real quick because I'm actually kind of happy to have this. Bam. There we go. So I have my desk, which is really nice. And we like the butcher block quite a lot. It is a bit expensive, but it is really nice and it is quite durable. Very heavy though. And so on the other side, I have my painting desk, like right next to me. I have my painting desk that I do all my painting commissions and miniature stuff for. And then behind me is where my wife's desk is. And so what we wanted to do is make the whole corner behind me, both my painting desk and her computer desk, and just make a giant L. So it is an 8-foot butcher block piece and a 6-foot butcher block piece that we're putting in the corner. So we each get 8 feet, essentially. 6 feet, but 8 feet if we count the corner. And yeah, we started working on that, started staining that. So we got everything painted, put a bunch of stuff on the walls. I finally put all of my sound treatment on the walls that I meant to put in when I moved in February, and just now got that done. And then we have to finish the desks off, which hopefully I can get done tomorrow, and then get those installed and clean the office and hopefully have a nice, tidy, cool looking office for a while. It's a long project buying your own house and getting everything updated the way that you want it to be. We figured that out. Or at least I figured that out. She's owned houses before. I've not. And then on top of that, we've had like downstairs stuff in our living room that we've been working on. We've been working on our kitchen forever. We've just been like slowly updating things. So it's nice to get huge progress done on one thing. And that's what I've been doing all weekend, and I am exhausted. All right, let's read these 3 lore things. I don't know if I have Skeletron. No, I just have normal Skeletron. I don't have Skeletron Prime. That's fine. All right, let's do the Sulfur Sea. This seaside has never been pleasant, though it has seen far better days. Incessant fumes rising from the industry of Azafur inundate the waters with caustic ions. Despite this, the hardy life adapted to the new environment, no doubt aided by Silva as she burrowed through the underworld. Long considered uninhabitable, its further deterioration led Drayden to designate it as a dumping ground. Years of careless waste disposal has now left the coast's transformation irreversible. And then the Aquatic Scourge, in other words, a grand sea serpent, well adapted to this harsh environment. Unlike the other Scourge, which was half starved and chasing scraps for its next meal, it lived comfortably. Microorganisms evolve rapidly, so it was able to maintain its filter feeding habits as the sea putrefied. What a stark contrast. What a shark. Ooh, I don't want a giant shark. To the rest of the ecosystem. Nearly every other creature in the Sulphur Sea is hostile. A shame that its last bastion of tranquility has fallen. As in the Queen Slime, having fled after your battle, it seems the slime god fashioned a new guardian from the unleashed essences. Ensnared in the absorption process of its newfound power, it could not flee again. Or perhaps it was overcome by desperation for survival. A glorious hunt, a fine foe. Now you know that you must chase them to the ends of Terraria. Cool. Now let's get rid of all this. Holding onto these wings for now. I do intend to get better wings than we're currently using, but I'm quite happy with the ones we're currently using. Now, I don't think I've had a single jump cut this episode. The twins? Get the twins dead. Get them done. I mean, I can also do the acid rain. Let's get the twins done and, yeah, and then maybe move on to brimstone. Oh yeah, there's a whole thing in the acid rain as well, so I could do that. Here, let's make a mechanical eye. I'm glad that I don't need more than one of these things. And we have to make it nighttime, right? I love this item. Best item ever. Though I don't really have a great arena. And you know what we need? We're gonna need our platforms, our world-spanning platforms. So we're gonna go instant. No, not mini Instabridge. Instabridge. So I need a bunch of wooden platform, which, you know, honestly, I should be able to get 1,000. Can I get another 1,000? Maybe? Yeah, okay, so we can get 2 of these things, which is beautiful. I like the Instabridge. It's such a cool item. It saves me so much time in this game. I need to figure out just how high to put this, though. Probably a little above where I'm at. So let's swap these 2 items. Flip to this one. And maybe like right there. Ooh, okay, I did not intend for there to be a hole. That'll do. And then one more, probably like up a bit, like here. There we go. We did it, boys. We now have, oh yeah. You know what? I thought that was world spanning. Apparently it isn't. Did I mess that up? Or is it just not showing that direction? I thought it was world spanning. It's gotta be, right? Oh, it absolutely is. It's just the map isn't updated. Good. Cool. Let's do the boss. I'm just gonna do no jump cuts today. No jump cuts. We're just gonna kill this boss and be done with it. Mostly because I'm feeling like on it. Just had apple pie, warmed apple pie with some ice cream. It was delicious. Loving it. Not sure how I'm gonna handle this boss fight, honestly. The twins, as I mentioned before, one of my more difficult fights I'm finding lately. So if I could just focus one of these eyeballs down, that I think is going to be ideal. Always go for the spasmatism. I like getting him dead first. But as we learned in previous series lately, don't get too far away because we're going to make the other ones despawn. Gonna do some ranged attacks here. I wonder if it might behoove me to try different weapons. Or maybe even like, I don't know. Maybe even this weapon. Like, cause that might be really good if I get that right. I don't know. It's possible. Cause like he's just like flamethrower following me, right? Actually, kind of like that. No, I gotta slow it down a little bit though. There we go. Just let him run into it. This is definitely the weapon for me here. Yeah, I probably could have done this boss fight pre-Skeletron Prime. Not that Skeletron Prime was incredibly difficult or anything, but I'm finding this a lot easier I also have better gear, better items. I've got better armor, better weapons. I got everything better. Okay, well that one's down. And we just got this boy. Unfortunately, he doesn't like to. Oh no, is he gonna chase me? You know what? I think he might. If I could just like hang out around him, that'd be really nice. Although I gotta be kind of careful about the laser beams. I'm not concerned about his rockets. I think I can pretty much guarantee that I can dodge those. But that is really hard to dodge, you know. It might be better to use the other weapon, the ranged weapon. It's hard to get him to actually go through the stuff, but you know what? It's working, so I'm just not going to change it. Boom. Twin's also down. Okay, Jungle Grows Restless. Underground Hallowed has been blessed with consecrated stone. Automaton has new tips. Yeah. Twins defeated. Feeling pretty good. We're just cruising today. I'm in a good mood, you know? I think what it is when you get as much done this weekend, or in a weekend as we have, which is like working on the office, yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like hyper productive. It just puts me in a good mood. All right, so we got some hallowed bars, but now we have all of our souls. So what we can do is we could take our boots, put them in there, and we can make, let's put those in there. Angel treads, right? Where's it? Yep, there they are. Okay, boom. So we got our angel treads. Now, the thing with the angel treads is if we go to wings and we make ourselves harpy wings, so 20% increased movement speed with harpy ring or angel treads equipped. Most attacks sometimes launch feathers. Sounds pretty cool. So you know what? We're gonna swap these wings out. Even though I like the frostburn, it's not like I like the additional flight time because that's 130. This is 120. It's also 625 horizontal speed. This is 675. That has 20% increased movement speed. This one only has 7% increase all damage. So yeah, you kind of gotta take one or the other. But yeah, we're getting the extra stuff from the angel treads. Let's see here. I could re-roll those. I don't know if I will. With those extra souls, if I, you know what, I'm gonna have to reopen this. So let's go soul. Soul of sight. Sure. Let's look at this. I'm gonna look through these, try to find any melee weapons. I got the hallowed material for our storage. But magic melee, the claymore, fires sparkles which inflict frostburn, hellfire, or ichor. It's kind of interesting. There's the pawnage hammer, which honestly sounds super cool. It throws a heavy gravity affected hammer, creates a loud blast of hallowed energy when it hits something. After hitting 4 times, a spectral hammer will be summoned to strike the enemy. I mean, that sounds super cool. The biome blade, right? Maybe we get our biome blade. I actually think that that's not a bad idea because we already have the other blade in there. Biome. I thought we did. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing the stardust. Okay, so we got to go get some stardust. But we can do that. We can make the blood orange. I need 4 more life fruit. And Night's Edge, of course. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think our progress this episode has crushed, honestly. Let's read the twins thing. Not all of warfare is direct combat. Logistics, intelligence, and wit are paramount in equal ways to ensure victory. Man, we've seen that with recent conflicts, huh? These machines are my finest scouts and agents, reborn in a form that gives them sight unrivaled. An enemy is only as safe as you let him be. Archers, spies, assassins, and more allow you to keep a decisive edge. Drayden understood well that the only fair fight is the one you win. His assistance was infallible. His calculus cold and cruel. Not even the most evasive target stood a chance. Get those out of my inventory. Right, I'm feeling, like I said, I'm feeling pretty good about our current progression here. Still don't have a glove to make a power glove. And I can't make the Uli Bloom bars. So basically it's like, well, what do we do? Next thing is go get hallowed stuff from the, basically under here. In fact, you can kind of see, I bet you a bunch of this has turned into hallowed bars. So we can go get that. I do have an adamantite pickaxe, so we can do that. And then after that, acid rain and brimstone elemental. I think I'm really looking forward to brimstone elemental. One of my favorite fights in Calamity, honestly.